everyone, welcome back. Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you some DIY Dollar Tree spring and Easter decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love This Spring series. I love to share with y'all how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. And oh my goodness, we are going to be doing some happy crafting back here with this oversized giant peep. I'm going to create this fun and very whimsical Easter spring kind of garland mantle. So without further ado, go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafty.
For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I took this plastic Easter bucket and I had previously chalk painted it white and let it dry. That way we could go ahead and move on to the second step of this craft, just because the chalk painting does take a little bit to dry, but you guys get the point. So you're just going to chalk paint your plastic bucket white, let it dry, do 2 coats if you like, but I only did 1. Now I'm taking some Mod Podge and one of these little Dollar Tree sponge tools, and I'm giving a generous layer of Mod Podge. What I want to create is a really beautiful kind of Mackenzie Childs or floral basket inspired little bucket here. So I'm taking this cocktail napkin, and the cocktail napkin is available on the Mackenzie Childs website. Now they're about $5 or $6 a packet per napkins, which that's kind of pricey. So you guys could grab some napkins at Dollar Tree. They have some pretty floral ones there, as well as some Easter ones, or you could be a little splurgy and grab some of these napkins. And I will tell you that these napkins have lasted me with my crafting projects since last summer. I've been using them. You guys probably have seen them with some of my other DIYs. So they may be worth the little bit of price you might pay just to make these dupes. I've done teapots, I've done floral planters, now I'm doing baskets and bunnies, and I'm almost out of this particular pattern. So anyway, long story short, there's the 411 on the napkins, and I'm just going to go ahead, and this is actually just one napkin. I cut it in half, and I didn't peel off the inner layer part of the napkin. I just went ahead and Mod Podge straight onto that. It does make it a little bit lumpy, but I feel like I get more of the vibrant color on this. And you could also cut out the flower individually if you wanted to be really particular, but this is just a fun little craft for my crafting studio, so I wasn't super particular about it. So I just went ahead and Mod Podged away. I'm doing 1 layer underneath the napkin and then 1 layer over the napkin, and then I am going in and cleaning up the top part of my work here with some more of this Waverly white chalk paint. And I do love the chalk paint because it does pretty much stick to just about everything. And so that's really all there was to this craft. And then you have a really fabulous little bucket on a budget. You know, you guys might even have some little plastic Easter pails hanging around. And I just used some little craft snips or wire snips to pull the little plastic handle off. I didn't want that on there, but you guys could always wrap the handle maybe with some pretty ribbon if you wanted to leave the handle on and just have like a decorative Easter basket. So there's where you have that.
And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on.
To style this super adorable floral basket, I popped a little basket inside of it upside down and then just overlaid some moss on top of that. I put in some of those Dollar Tree speckled eggs and then topped it with this cute little floral bunny. And I will share with you all how to do these floral bunnies very soon. And then here's just a sneak peek of what we're going to have going on in this video. I am so ready for some spring colors. I just felt like we really needed to go for it with some spring vibes. So I hope this really gets you guys' creative juices flowing. Grab some Mod Podge, some glue, some glitter, and let's do some happy crafting. I'm so here for it. I hope you guys are as well.
And we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here?
For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to make an Easter garland using some of this Dollar Tree vase filler and then some of these cute little styrofoam bunnies. You're also going to need a needle and thread. And I actually was inspired for this craft by Bargain Bethany. Go check out her channel, you guys. She has amazing DIYs and she's super creative, but she did one of these for Valentine's Day. And some of you all even posted some different garlands like this in my group page. So I thought I'd better go for it. Might as well go for it. Better late than never, right, guys? So you just take the little needle and thread, and you're going to thread your styrofoam balls through. And then once you get to the bunny part, you'll just thread that through the neck of your bunny. And I will tell you that when I'm threading my styrofoam balls through, I kind of have to press the ball down on top of the needle and thread because they don't go on like super easily. Be careful, not to prick yourself. And I did just use regular threads. So we will see how it holds up. I was able to thread several on here, and I did do about 16 of them. And I tried to stay with a pattern color, yellow, purple, pink, blue, yellow, purple, pink, blue. I kept repeating that pattern in my mind so I didn't mess up. And then I did have, one or two pop off here and there. Not the end of the world. And I didn't let too much thread go out on my needle. Like I kept it pretty short, and then as I moved along, I kind of pushed them down very gently. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying, because I didn't want the thread to get kind of tangled up. But I wanted to create this super fabulous little garland. I think that these would be great for an Easter Christmas tree or Easter tree. If you guys are doing an Easter tree, I'm going to end up using it on my mantle. Now, once I was all finished and I used up almost the majority of my little beads from 2 packs of beads, and I used the large ones, and then my bunnies, then I'm just going to add some hot glue to the end where the thread is to kind of seal it off. And then to make sure it's double sealed on there, I'm just going to take this little Dollar Tree ribbon and hot glue that to the end of the bead. And that's also going to give me something that I can tie this onto my mantle if I need to be able to tie it onto something. And I really totally wasn't for sure how I was going to use it, so I wanted to make sure that I had something on there. Now here's another little idea, is you guys can use some of those hanging like little eggs or whatnot. This was just off of one of those hanging Dollar Tree signs with that cute little bunny. You guys could hot glue that on the end and use it like in a 3-tiered tray. So here's how I used mine. It was a rather large garland because this mantle is rather large, but look at how stinking adorable this is. And you guys, it only cost like $3 to do. Those little packs of bunnies had, it looks like, I think about maybe 6 to 8 in them. And I think they would even be super adorable now that I'm thinking about it, to go back in and like maybe detail paint the little ears pink and maybe even put like a little bow on them. But just for this video's sake, I was trying to get this out for you guys and just make sure I could get all the crafts in one day. And to be honest with you, I have to give props to my daughter because she actually was home from school on a snow day, and she helped me finish stringing the garland so I could move on to another craft to be able to show you guys. But look at how adorable, and just it's such a happy garland, and great memories as well. So for the next DIY, I'm going to use one of those little styrofoam bunnies. Now these are similar to the small bunnies that I used in the garland. And you can see my daughter there, she is off to the side helping me finish that garland. But this is the larger styrofoam garland, and I'm just going, or bunny, and I'm going in with some Mod Podge, and I'm going to Mod Podge the front part of the bunny. And I've taken one of those cocktail napkins, and the napkins are actually from Mackenzie Childs. You can get a pretty good pack of them, and they are about $6, though they're a little bit pricey for napkins. But you guys, they have lasted me for a year, and I've done so many craft projects with them. So it's a little bit pricey, but it's kind of nice to have these really pretty floral napkins. But I will tell you, I also found some pretty little rose napkins at Dollar Tree, so just keep your eye out, grab something. You can look in Target, you could look at Tuesday Morning. They all have beautiful, really pretty napkins. Look in their party section. But you're just going to Mod Podge, a layer of Mod Podge onto your styrofoam bunny, and then just gently Mod Podge it on top of the bunny. And the little styrofoam brush I'm using is also from Dollar Tree. So for the bunny, I'm just cutting out the individual, florals. And I need you guys' help because I may do another 1 or 2 of these, but let me know if you guys like it just with the bunny with the florals on this one back side. I ended up doing the entire bunny. Of course, you guys know I just love tons of florals. So, and I felt like, the styrofoam was just kind of empty without it. But now looking back on it and watching this video back, I'm like, oh, it did look kind of cute with just part of it done. So comment down below and let me know what you guys think, because you guys kind of saw it mid-process. And it's funny because I've actually gotten used to crafting kind of upside down and backwards when I craft for you guys. And I usually can see my project through the screen from what I'm doing. So a lot of times you guys can have a better view of what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm just Mod Podging gently a smaller piece now onto the ear to really give it that blooming floral bunny effect. And if you guys pop onto the Mackenzie Childs website, they have really, really beautiful Easter decor pieces, but for me, they're just a little bit too pricey to spend on a seasonal decor piece. So I really want to share with you guys some really nice dupes that we can do that are in our budget and that can be really fabulous and fun. And again, just splurging on these napkins are really nice if you guys have it in you, and you can just order them directly off their website. And again, I've been using this one little package of cocktail napkins for over a year now. Now I am running out, to be honest with you, but I do have some of the little black ones left over. So once I'm done with the white ones, I'll probably switch to the black one. So have fun with it, get creative, use what you have, and go for it.
This moment, can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you
And here are my blooming floral bunnies. Oh my goodness, they are just a burst of sunshine, an array of color and springtime goodness. And I did use a waterproof Mod Podge from Michaels, so they can easily be just kind of wiped off if they get like this dusty moss on them, and hopefully be used for years to come. I think they're just really lovely and just a happy burst of spring in this beautiful Easter display. Comment and let me know what you guys think. I always love to hear your thoughts on everything, and if you guys will be crafting one of these adorable little bunnies.
with you, everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your
Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take a large piece of Dollar Tree poster board or foam board, and then I'm just taking this pie pan and I'm going to make a large oversized kind of bunny. So I'm also taking this smaller pan, and I'm trying to use these pans to kind of make an outline of a rabbit. So don't be too hard on me. This is the first time I've ever done this. This idea just popped into my head. I was like, oh, it'd be so adorable to have a large pink bunny in my little display. And so I'm kind of using this little headband like as a drawing springing off point, and I'm just freehanding this. And so I just made my little rounds here, and then I'm kind of drawing some little cute bunny ears. So, and then I'm just going to take a craft tool to be able to cut this out. And I do want to let you guys know that I put a little puppy pad underneath this so I don't scratch my table. So if you guys are doing this like on a dining room table, make sure you have something underneath it to protect your surface. And so if you give it a nice good cut, you should be able to get it cut all in like one little cut. And this is a pretty like sharp, I think it's a box cutter. I don't know. I robbed it from Mr. Romantic's tool stash. And so again, don't be too hard on me on the shape of my bunny. This is my first time doing this. I know I'll get better as I go along. So I'm just using some white and pink fuchsia paint. It's just like that little pink apple barrel craft paint that you buy at Walmart. It's in the fuchsia color, and then I watered it down with some white paint. And then I'm just painting it pink, kind of to be like a little cute Easter pink bunny is my idea. I was gonna do eyes on it and make it the front of the bunny, but I got nervous because I felt like maybe the shape of it was a little bit off. So I thought, well, I'll just do like a bunny, a big giant bunny head form and then do the bunny butt, like with a cute little tail on it. So I'm just having fun with it and painting it. And sometimes I think that's really just a fun thing to do. Now, I think that these would be super fun if you guys are doing also like a classroom or a church display. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is take one of those oversized. These come also in the Dollar Tree Easter section. They're just an oversized, like little cotton tail, and I shared these with you guys in my haul. So how adorable. Oh my goodness, I popped that right on there, and then I ended up adding a bow too. Okay, I felt like it just needed something more besides just the cotton tail, and then I ended up adding another bow to that to kind of mix in with the decor. So I'm just taking the ribbon and looping it over on itself and tying it off in the center, and then hot gluing that, and then I added that cute little like pink peep piece off of the headband to the center of that. So I don't know, you guys, it's definitely an interesting, cute little bunny, and it kind of had a weird reflection, but it is just more flat pink. Comment and let me know what you guys think about this. I think it needs like a little friend, like a yellow one or a purple one, some more little oversized bunnies to go in the little bunny garden of fun.
I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment.
And then for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a wonderful oversized Dollar Tree garland. So I'm taking these two garlands from Dollar Tree, and they're just like these little viney garlands, and they're 4 foot long. And I'm just going to take and I'm going to twist them together. And this is going to make what they call like a working garland. And I'm going to take 4 rolls of Dollar Tree mesh, and I'm starting out with this cute little rainbow color. And then I'm just going to take some pipe cleaners, and I'm going to tie the rainbow colored mesh on with my pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to twist it around twice. So if you guys, watch people that make really pretty, beautiful, over the top garlands, they always start out with like a working base, and so this is kind of a really great working base. This would also be great to use if you had like a Christmas tree garland, because then you could just twist the evergreens over on each other, but that's okay. We're just going to work with what we have here, and so I'm just going about every 10 to 12 inches and making like little poofs with my deco mesh, and then taking that little piece of pipe cleaner and tying that off. So this is super easy, you guys. You just run that deco mesh all the way down, and it goes the entire length of the 8-foot garland. So if you have one roll of deco mesh, that's going to go completely down the roll of the 8-foot garland. And then I'm going to layer a layer of blue on top of that. So you take the blue and you overlay it on top of it and just tie it off. And I'm kind of creating little poofs as I go along. So just like a little poof, it's super easy. There's no real, fanciness to this at all. You guys can totally do this. I promise you. Grab some deco mesh and take a deep breath and just have fun, making a fun little poofy garland. And then the next thing I want to do is I got a little impatient, so I decided to double up on my pink and purple mesh. So again, this is the same process. I'm just taking the mesh and tying it on with the little pipe cleaner, poofing it out, and then tying it on as I go along. And then it's spaced about 10 to 12 inches between each little tie. And so that's how you make those deco mesh garlands. It's so easy. And so once you have the base of your garland, you guys can get creative with this. And then this is the next part of the DIY, is making your bow. So I'm going to make an Olivia bow, is what I call this for reference point. And I'm measuring 14 inches on this ribbon. This is Dollar Tree ribbon. It's wired. And you're going to take the ribbon and loop it over on itself 4 times. You're going to trim it off and then just set it aside. And I'm going to make this so easy for you guys. We're not even going to notch it in the center. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So make it like about a 10 inch or 12 inch. If we start at 14, go down about 2 inches. So make it about 12 inch for the next bit of ribbon, and then cut that off and then layer that on top of your next one. And then I like to usually do the next one about 2 inches smaller than that. So go about 10 inches or, 11. It's about 2 inches smaller. Sometimes I just eyeball it, and then you're just going to layer that on top of there. And then you can take a pipe cleaner, you're going to pinch it in the center so you find your center. You want your bow to be as symmetrical as possible. You can notch it in the center if you've learned how to make this bow with me before, or you can take a shortcut with me today and just tie it off in the center. Be careful when you're pulling out your loops because you don't want your bow to fall apart. But I just wanted to show you guys a little shortcut here. Okay. Trim that off, and then you can dovetail your ends by cutting a triangle. Don't leave those ends all floppy and not cute. And now you can just go ahead and pull your loops out. Now, this is the part that I always tell you guys is the secret to your bow making is giving those loops a good, pretty, nice, healthy fluffing. You want to fluff those bows, give it a good fluff enough, and then you can pop it into your garland, tie it on with a little pipe cleaner, and you guys are set to go. Wow, that's super easy. Now, I made 2 more of these in addition to this one to put on either end of my garland. I usually like to make my bows and add them once I have my garland set on to my mantle, because my mantles are different sizes. I have one in my little crafting studio. It's a little faux mantle that Mr. Romantic built, and I'm completely sorry for the wonkiness of my camera angle. Bingy Bear was probably out there being my creative director, and I'll just blame it on Bingy Bear, but I know it was me. Y'all, anyway, I'm taking this piece of little greenery here. This is like a piece of lamb's ear garland. I got that at Michael's, and I'm going to tie that into my garland. I'm securing it on there with some pipe cleaners as well. So you can see it kind of flopped off. You'll just take a pipe cleaner and run it through either end of it and then tie it on. And I do have little nails on each end of my garland and in the center to hold this monstrosity on, this whole thing on. I suggest, though, don't use nails. Use command strips. It's a lot more efficient and it won't damage your mantle. So anyway, now I'm taking these little Dollar Tree wisteria branches and I'm just going to gently lay them kind of underneath here. I'm still playing with this mantle, so I didn't really want to wire anything on because I'm going to go back in and probably tweak it or pull things out and do different things with it. I'm just not totally for sure. So they lay perfectly on there, which was totally fine by me. The next thing I'm doing is popping in these cute little pink little berries, and I didn't even take these apart. I just popped them directly in there. Again, I'm just really kind of playing with this for now, you guys, because I really want to see how I feel about it, live with it, fluff it up around, you know. And then I also grabbed some lily bundles. I ended up cutting the lilies apart because I felt like they were just way overpowering on that top part there. And I also want to be able to have space on the actual shelf mantle part to put things in. So here's how it looks. And then you guys can see I also put in that little faux beaded garland. But it's definitely an explosion of color and goodness. Now, our little egg topiary, we did 2 DIYs back, as well as the cute little checkered bunny, and some of the other DIYs that you guys see have been in some other videos. So go check out the rest of my I Love Spring series. We are springing along, looking forward to the future with so much joy. And I'm so thankful for you guys. I know so many of you have been keeping busy crafting and decorating, and I'm seeing so many of your posts on my group page. So thank you. I love seeing what y'all are up to, and you guys keep me motivated, and everybody is just so positive. So I hope y'all are loving this. As always, comment and let me know, was your favorite DIY in this video? Which one will you be recreating? Now, I need to know for the secret question, I do have a $100 totallydazzled.com giveaway gift card giveaway. Okay, so I'm giving away some bling jewels. The giveaway is going to be announced Saturday, so make sure you guys check my socials for when I'm going to announce that giveaway winner. But I need to know, when do you guys stop making Easter baskets for your kiddos? I'm still making them, and my kiddos are like teenagers and even into college. So I would love to hear what you guys are up to, and if you guys are still making Easter baskets for your kiddos, even when they're grown. I love y'all, and I thank you so much for being here again. It is a true blessing and an honor, and I love hearing what you guys have to say in the comments. I think we had a really fun one last time when I asked you guys about bunnies and if you ever had a pet bunny and if you ever wanted one. So that was a really fun comment section. So anyway, thank you guys again, and I hope you guys had a blast, and I cannot wait for more crafting and decorating with everybody, and I can't wait to see everybody's posts and what you're going to be making in our group page. Talk to you very soon. Love y'all.
Forever.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and an honor to have you all here. If you're new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I am a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys my budget-friendly crafting and decor ideas. If you guys love to craft and decorate as well, consider subscribing and punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. I love to share with you guys tons of DIY projects, a little bit of tidying, organizing, and baking along the way. Hey, listen, this is another episode of my I Love Spring series, and if you guys want to get caught up on the rest of the I Love Spring series, I'm going to link it for you guys in the description box below, as well as a ton of crafting and decorating on my YouTube channel. You guys will get totally inspired to plug in those glue guns and have some fun crafting and decorating. I would also love to invite you guys over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. Listen, I have a free little group page if you guys want to socialize and connect, and also post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. I love to see what everybody's up to, and I feel like we all need kind of like a positive little social place to gather and just share photos of our home decor, DIY projects, and just get inspired. So it's a positive, fun little community over there. Now listen, I also share a good morning cup of coffee with you guys on my Instagram stories, as well as my Facebook stories. So you guys pop over there. I love to just keep everybody inspired and crafting. I know it's so good for me, and so many of y'all are telling me that it's so good for you guys to be crafting and decorating no matter where you're at, whether you're safe at home or you're able to get out and about, or maybe you're working or just whatever. So I want to encourage you guys to keep up the good work. Now, I love y'all to the moon and back. I can't wait for our next video. Until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
The leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say